Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Rise of the Beasts Core Class Freezer figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in all of his modes, and I say that because he's got two alternate modes. One is a freestanding cannon, and the other is, I suppose, a good old-fashioned G1 named Target Master, which is basically where he can combine with a other figure to become the weapon. Right, I also need to thank Robot Recruits for this right now, because that's the store who I brought it from, and as you can see, they got him to me nice and safely. And I also need to thank Primer Prime, because what they did was they sent me a copy of the instructions, or a photograph rather, because in all honesty I had lost them, and that's the main reason for the delay on the review of this figure. Now, funnily enough, obviously you can see I've already took him out of the box, but that is something that is happening a lot with this figure for me. So it's a very, very tiny negative just for myself, because there's a huge amount of ball and sockets on here. As you can see, they do pop off, unfortunately, relatively easy. I just want to quickly show you this background. This is obviously a scene from the museum, which we're getting lots of rumours about looking or sounding to be really good, to be honest. Before we have a proper look at him, I just want to show you the packaging, because the images of him are great, to be honest. I've not seen him in a trailer yet, and I've not seen him at all apart from the toy, and indeed how he combines with Scourge. But I'm sure you'll agree he does look very much like the 2007 movies version of Frenzy. Right, so we are going to do loads of comparisons with this video as well, but I think because we've took him straight out, he doesn't come with any accessories, just the instructions that unfortunately I've misplaced at this time. But I want to show you the detail on this guy. He is a core class figure, he is small, he is basic, but the detail on him is spectacular. You can see the orange in his eyes, you can see the silver teeth, the silver spines coming up on the top of his head. His head does have a bit of articulation, even though some of it is for transformation, but it does move up and down. And does it turn around? Let's have a look. It does. It's on a ball and socket, so it will turn left and right and fully look up and down as well. Now you can see that all of his shoulder joints, I say all of them because he's got four. This is a Transformers version of, I suppose, Goro from Mortal Kombat. And indeed, the elbows are ball and socket, so there's huge amounts of articulation. Ball and socket at the hips, ball and socket at the knees, ball and socket on the ankles. Highly posable, highly articulate, but also highly fiddly. That's probably the best word I can use for him. Again, let's have a look at some more detail on him. The chest is beautiful. Again, metallic paint looking, reflecting there, same as on the arms. It's metallic and it's worn. It's got like it must have 4 or 5 different colours of grey struck with bronze all the way through him. The detail on the back as well is spectacular. This is obviously going to fold out and be his gun. But yeah, as I say, he does look really good. With regards to some other core class figures, here is Rise of the Beasts Core Class RC, so about the same height. Here's a standard Core Class mainline figure who's a bit bigger and a bit more chunky. This guy's obviously thinner and more limbs. We've got a third party New Age Optimus Prime who he scales with quite well. We've got a new Rise of the Beasts. So this is the mainline Voyager figure for Optimus Prime, which again he scales with quite well. And then now, at the time of when I was originally shooting this video, I only had these 2 figures, but obviously now I've got quite a few more, so we might as well bring up a few more of these just to sort of show you how he ties in and indeed how he scales with them. I'm just bringing up, apart from Optimus Prime, the Studio Series ones for now, because I do have an mainline Air Razor, and I've got this, which is one of the Weaponizer Optimus Prime was. It's not one of the main Studio Series ones, but again you can see that he does scale and look pretty good with them. Right, that's enough for these first time comparisons. We're going to come right back, and he's going to be his freestanding cannon. Right, then we're back, and he's in one of his alternate modes, which is this freestanding cannon. Could be a quad cannon, something like, I'm not too sure, to be honest. It's the one that's on the back of the box anyway. It's the one that looks like that, and they've made it look far better than what it is. And again, a quick apologies, no transformation process on this video. It's separately uploaded, mainly to keep the length of the video down. Even though it's quite a simple transformation, it is ridiculously difficult with all of these ball and socket joints. They tend to not go where you want them to. However, and if you could get them to line up much better, it's not too bad. As I say, the detail in the gun is brilliant. Look at all the detail there. It's beautiful. And as I say, for a core class figure, it is something really special. The only negative thing at the moment is that this is, I suppose, to be designed to go with a deluxe figure. Now, at the moment, I've only got deluxe Autobots. I haven't got any other deluxe Decepticons, so that isn't going to work. But let's bring in trusty Bumblebee. And even he is probably going to have to reach down. So, of course, these are Freezer's legs. You can see that we can then pop these into his hands like so. But even with Bumblebee, you know, and he's one of the smallest figures out there, that he's struggling to probably be better crouching down or maybe lying down, controlling it. And again, getting this to lift all the way up. That looks like an awful wheelbarrow or something. I don't even know. It would work, I suppose. Let's have a look, because I don't want to do this figure any injustice, because I do like it. I like the concept of it, as I've said. And I love the fact that we've got a modern day Target Master. Now, maybe I just need to pick better figures, or I need to have them raised up over something. So let's try his box then. So let's try him leaning up over here, reaching over something like that. That's not too bad. As I said, I can't see many people, in honesty, ever displaying him in this particular mode. There is another one coming up, as I say, where I'm going to show you where he becomes a Target Master gun. And I do think there's another one as well where you can put him on the back of... Oh, there we go. That's sort of a bit better, isn't it? On the back of Scourge. But unfortunately, at the date of this video, I do not have leader class Scourge. But I'm going to move from here now. Hopefully, I've tried to do him some justice, but it's just not the greatest of alternate modes, to be honest. As I say, I think the robot wins hands down with this at the moment. But we're going to come back now, and we're going to have a look at him in his Target Master mode. Okay then, so we're back, and this mode, I have to confess, I do really like. It is still ridiculously awkward to get it into this position, don't get me wrong, but again, the tutorial video on the transformation is separately uploaded if you want to see it. And it's mainly just down to all the ball and sockets. If it wasn't for all of them, it wouldn't be too bad, but if you didn't have them, it wouldn't, of course, be the same figure. Now again, I suppose you can pretty much tell, you know, where the arms and the legs and the feet are, etc. But overall, look at this. It doesn't actually look that bad. It is big, but again, that's what's going to work really well. Unfortunately, as I've already said, I don't have Scourge. However, to mount him up on Battle Trap, he looks... Oh, let's jinx myself straight away. Let's bring this back out. This is, again, the underside where that is. And that's the problem, I suppose, you get with new toys. Sometimes they don't go exactly where you want them to. But I'm just going to... In fact, has that gone in? No, it hasn't. Let's pop him into Battle Trap's hand. Why am I struck? That's better. And he looks maybe a bit too big for Battle Trap, but I really like that. And to be honest, I like it that much that it makes me think about getting another one. It's just too heavy for this, actually. Oh no, it's not. Of getting another one and putting one perhaps permanently in either one of this or Scourge's hands, because I think, as I say, as a Target Master gun, he does look very good indeed. He's just obviously that little bit too big for a Voyager class figure, so he's going to scale much better with a leader class. Now, if I keep a couple of the figures next to him just to the side, just to give you an idea of how big he is in gun mode, that is, of course, Deluxe Bumblebee. So in his Target Master Cannon mode, he's pretty much as big as your standard deluxe figures with regards to mainline Optimus Prime. That's what you'd expect. Even Battle Trap's bigger than mainline Optimus Prime. Look at that, he's huge. With regards to the other core class figure in the same toy line, he's going to be way bigger now, because I think he was just a little bit taller. Yeah, there you go. So he does extend out. He does look really good in this mode. It's a mode that I'm liking very much. But at the moment, until I get Scourge, perhaps I'm going to be displaying him in his robot mode. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come back for the final time and see how all the Rise of the Beasts figures that I've got so far look together with him in robot mode. Right then, back for the final time with him in his robot mode. As I say, this is how I'm going to be putting him just for now. And again, I think it's because he looks so good in this mode with all the detail that's on him. So yeah, let's just put all of these out. This unfortunately is a bit of a mix of main. Well, I say a bit of a mix. The only mainline one I've got is Optimus and the other Air Razor. But obviously for the video, I've also got the Studio Series 1 now. So I'm not going to put her in on this particular shot. I'm going to put this particular one with hopefully out knocking Freezer over. Managed to get Bumblebee now as well. And indeed, of course, there is Studio Series RC. So this is all the ones I've got for now from this toy line. They are looking great, and yeah, the movie is only about a month away now, so can't wait for this. He's a great figure. He looks good in robot mode. He's even better in a Target Master, and I will update and do a bonus thing when I get Scourge as well to show you all the modes you can use with him. In the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you Robot Recruits, thank you Primal Prime, and thank you everybody once again for all your support. Take care guys, see you soon.